In the coldest hour of one Sunday night in Mufasa Kingdom, a set of twins were born. Two handsome boys born into the family of Papa and Mama Jelili. Jelili, their father, was a cobbler. He named the newborn twins Hassan and Hussein. As the twins grew up, there was a great physical difference between them. Despite the fact that they were fed the same meal and ate at the same time, yet the twins named Hussein looked fat and tall, while the other twin looked muscular and healthy as they grew older. Hussein immediately became a target for mockery in the village because of his body size. This made him to often hide in his room, as the villagers would call him horrible names like Fat Pig or Orobo. Most social groups rejected him. The few groups that didn't reject him still used every opportunity they get to mock him and laugh at him. On the other hand, Hassan had so many friends and was a member of different social groups in the village. Hussein has one special gift that comforts everyone that hears his voice when he is singing. Everyone in the family praises him for his voice. He is a very gifted singer, and when he sings, the whole family dance and dance until time slips through their fingers. His home was really his safe haven, but stepping out of his house was always his worst nightmare. One day, Hassan and his twin brother went to the market, and people just started to stare at them, comparing them and gossip about them right in their face. That afternoon, the twins headed to the market to get some food ingredients. Hussein, why did you suck Hassan's blood? A plantain seller said this while giggling hard, and everyone in the market joined her in laughing. Hassan was so sad that he couldn't even say a word. You all be ashamed of yourselves. Hassan fired back angrily at them. Most of you have children, and if you don't, this is because you are so bitter to have one. I am sure you have siblings, yet you behave like grown fools. Hussein was so happy that his twin brother had his back. Hassan would always stand up for his brother against these mean bullies. Until one day, Hassan's girlfriend Ofure came visiting. Ofure is the only daughter of a famous cocoa farmer, and she has been in a love relationship with Hassan for the past 2 years. She came to inform him that they won't be getting married anymore because her family are not in support of their union. Why? Am I not good and handsome enough for you, my love? Hassan asked as he shockingly looked at Ofure's eyes, with tears rolling down his face. You know you are perfect, but my parents fear your twin brother's fat gene might manifest on our children if we get married. Hassan couldn't believe what he was hearing. His whole world came crashing down, and from that incident he began to hate his twin brother. Hassan was always thinking every time of the day and decided he was going to make his twin brother's life miserable. One day, Hassan was performing in the family yard and everyone was dancing and enjoying themselves when suddenly, Hassan started beating a drum very loud that he doesn't even know how to play, just to ruin Hussein's performance. Some days later, some rich investors came to hear the voice of Hussein and hopefully sign him into a popular village music group. Hussein's life was about to change. The night before he will be performing, Hassan poured something into Hussein's drinking water. Everyone gathered in the village square to witness the ceremony, and when Hussein started to sing, he suddenly had a cracked voice. Hassan immediately started laughing, and everyone joined him. The investors were disappointed and left immediately. This made Hussein realize what Hassan had done. It left a hole in his heart and couldn't believe his own brother would become his worst enemy. Few days later, Hassan started raining insults on Hussein in the village square. Hassan and the whole village would laugh hysterically. This took a toll on Hussein as he would cry day and night. As the parents would scold Hassan to stop humiliating his brother, they even vowed to become worse. Hussein destroyed my life. The love of my life, Ofure, left me because of this fat pig. Hassan! She couldn't believe what she just heard, that she got up so fast and angrily slapped Hassan hard on the face. And this mockery and humiliation continues until one day, the king announced that Jalili Kingdom and 2 other neighboring kingdoms named Bama and Bala are preparing for a singing competition that only happens once in a decade, so it was a special event. Each kingdom was supposed to provide 3 of their best singers to represent the kingdom. The villagers would jokingly start projecting the names of the 3 singers they like or think would represent their kingdom. Some even jokingly mentioned Hussein's name and they all laughed about it mockingly. One afternoon, Hussein went to fetch water at the stream when he met a woman called Uwaila. She is one of the organizers of the singing competition, but Hassan didn't know this yet. She teased him by saying, "I came with the papers, come and write your name for the best singer in the village." He thought it was a joke at him. She told him she is the one in charge of getting the 3 names of the singers in their village to represent them for the competition. Hussein was very surprised that for the first time ever someone complimented him. The day of the event was finally here and it was happening, and everyone was eager to know who the lucky singer is that would be joining the other 8 contestants. The organizers then called out the name of Hussein as the chosen contestant sponsored by the king. Everyone was so shocked, confused and jealous at the same time. Even Hassan, the twin brother, was so angry about this, but all of them couldn't do anything to stop it. The first stage of the competition was to use their voice to sing to each of the kings and attempt to make them dance like a child. It was going to be a very tough one for them, but for Hussein, it wasn't, because he did that very fast with his gifted voice. He sang the same songs in their culture that his parents loved the most, and the whole royal family started dancing and dancing. The next stage of the competition was finding a treasure that was hidden deep in the forest, and the first singer to return with the hidden treasure would be crowned the best talent of the 3 kingdoms, but 9 of them had to swim across a river to get to the forest where the treasure was. Many of the contestants couldn't swim, but for Hussein it was easy. He could swim a lot faster because he was very big. He got into the forest and started searching all over for the treasure. 15 minutes in, he was still searching, but it was becoming too late as most of the swimmers are now in the forest searching for the treasure too. Hussein looked at the direction in the bush and saw a shiny blue treasure. "That must be it," he screamed, forgetting it was a competition. It turned into a race immediately where everyone who heard the scream ran to the direction of the treasure. But Hussein faced another challenge as his head hit a tree branch due to his size and fell down on the floor. While still on the floor, he saw lots of other blue treasures in the bushes. They looked like the first one he saw, and this made him realize that there were a bunch of distractions from the real treasure. He wanted to let the other contestants know this too, but he quickly learned from his previous mistakes and decided to keep this discovery to himself. Some contestants, on the other hand, raced back to the riverbank with the fake treasure they got. He tricked the few contestants that are still left and told them that he had found the treasure, and they believed him and they felt they had already lost the competition, so together they swam back to the kingdom. But this was a lie. Hussein used this to buy time and to find the treasure which was hidden in a tree branch in the forest. So he swam back to the palace where the event was happening to submit the mysterious treasure. Every single eye was on him, especially from the contestants who were looking at him with so much envy. Few minutes later, the organizers unveiled the mystery box. It was a drawing of Hussein which was hung in the village palace. He was declared the winner and named the best singer of the 3 kingdoms. He was also given lots of treasures such as gold clothes and a house. The villagers were shocked. They all started showing fake love and affection and apologizing for how they treated him back in the days. His parents were overjoyed and Hassan didn't even know what to say. Hassan decided he would pack his things out of the house because he was so ashamed of himself. But Hassan stopped him. "Why would you leave your family, Hassan?" asked Hussein. They both started crying. "I am so sorry for how I treated you, Hussein. I don't deserve your mercy," said Hassan. "Don't say that. I've forgiven you. We both came out of the same womb and we are together forever," said Hussein. The twins' brother hugged each other and lived happily ever after.